Hi guys, my name is Lydia and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting a new weekly reading vlog. It is 7 o'clock on Monday and I've just got back from work. I'm not sure what I've done with it, but last night I finished The Once and Future Witches and I can't remember if I updated you on that in my last vlog because I finished it last night, but I ended up giving that 2 stars. It just didn't work for me. I didn't like the writing, I didn't like the characters, I didn't like the plot. It was a massive disappointment because I loved the 10,000 Doors of January so much, so there was like the hype element was an issue as well because I'd hyped it up myself and seen that some of my friends are giving it 5 stars. That was a letdown. That means I only have 3 books left on my TBR for the month now. I'm now reading Small Town Hearts by Lily Vale. I've nearly finished this one. I've got like 120 pages left, so I will finish this one tonight. So far this is shaping up to be probably a 3.5 rounded up to a 4. Like it's your sort of basic YA summer love story, but I'm enjoying the setting. I really like Babe's bisexuality and how it's written. Yeah, it's really refreshing to see a bisexual character. It's really refreshing to see a female bisexual protagonist, especially with a male love interest. I'm really enjoying that so far. There are some things about it that are a bit basic. I think it came out a couple of years ago, but I think it had been on Swoon Reads probably for a while before that. And I know Lily from Wattpad, I'm sure from years ago, quite possibly is one of those that's like written in 2014, 2015 and has had a long journey, so it feels sort of, it harks back to that sort of era. Enjoying it. Some of the drama I find is unnecessary. If I can finish this tonight, I then finish work at 3:30 tomorrow, so I still need to get through Serpent and Dove and the Gilded Ones. I will also be doing Becca's Spoopathon Burnout on Wednesday because I have that off work. Finish this tonight and then I've only got 2 left and I'll have 3 days to read them, so that should be alright. I have cut it quite fine this month with how much I set myself up to do. What's the point of doing a readathon if you aren't going to challenge yourself? I have challenged myself even more for next month, which you will know if you've watched my TBR videos. I just finished work an hour ago and I came to town planning to get a Starbucks, and somehow I drove straight past Starbucks and ended up at Hobbycraft, and I've bought myself another TBR cart because I filled one already and I want somewhere to store candles as well. And look, it's so bright and yellow, it matches my scarf. Whoops. I finished reading Small Town Hearts last night and ended up rating that 3 stars because there was a lot of unnecessary drama and toxic friendships and shitty friends who got, like, everything was excused even though they were terrible people, which really bothered me. I did like that Babe was bisexual. There wasn't that much of the romance, to be honest, so yeah, it was okay, it was average. And then I joined Rose Sprints and didn't realise it was the last 10 minutes, so I only got 10 pages of Serpent and Dove read. Could have been a lot better. Now I'm on the way to Birmingham to go to IKEA with my mum for a little shopping day. Hi guys, it is now Thursday evening and I can't remember what I last updated you on when I was going to IKEA. But reading wise, I think the last thing I said was about Small Town Hearts. Yeah, Small Town Hearts I gave a 3 out of 5. I think I've already updated you on that. As of yesterday, I had 2 books left on my Bookoplathon TBR, which were Serpent and Dove and the Gilded ones. And I realised at midnight there is no way that with a 9-hour shift as well, I'm going to be able to read 2 books that are totaling like 950 pages. I just don't have enough hours in the day. So Serpent and Dove was my feed scroll pick. So I scrolled my feed again. I posted a picture of Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata, and that is only 107 pages. So I read the ebook of that in like less than an hour because it's a really short book. Weird book. I gave it 3 out of 5 in the end. I liked that although the words autistic, asexual and aromantic are not used in the book, the protagonist is very strongly coded as those things, although not in the most positive way. So I was quite torn on that. There's a lot of people shaming her for who she is and how she is and the job she has and the life she lives. And then when I got to the end, I was like, where's the end? It didn't end properly. It had a really weird ending. So yeah, that was a really weird book. But it means that now I only have 1 book left on my TBR, and that is The Gilded Ones by Namina Fauna, which I have started. I'm about 80 pages in. So far, very easy read. I'm not really fully sure what's going on because I didn't read the synopsis recently. I just picked it up because it's the last one on my TBR. Yeah, enjoying it so far. Don't have much to say at this stage because there's still over 300 pages to go, but I will need to finish that tonight. It is 6:30 now. I'm running out of time. I also want to watch Drag Race tonight, and there'll be like a family supper, so it's gonna be tight because it's gonna be like 4 hours of reading to get this done, which only leaves me an hour and a half of non-reading, which means I need to get on it. But to me, the day doesn't end until I go to sleep. So if I stay awake after midnight, that counts as today, which is not a good idea because I still have work in the morning. We'll see how it goes. I'm determined to finish it. It's just going to be a struggle. And then tomorrow we start fresh with Spoopathon and Magical Hopathon, which I have posted my TBRs for now. Hi guys, it is now 9 o'clock on Thursday night. 3 hours left of Bookoplathon and September, and I haven't read anything else. I'm still on page 92 of The Gilded Ones. It is... oh, it's shorter than I thought. Okay, that helps. 411 pages. That still means 312 pages to read in 3 hours, or however long it takes before I go to bed. So I guess I need to settle in and do some binge reading. India has some sprints going on tonight, so I will see if they are happening and if I can join them, because I'm gonna need to. Hi guys, it is 1:15 midnight on Saturday morning. Last night was the last night of September, the last night of Bookoplathon and Magical Readathon, and I managed to finish. It was tight. I mean, I didn't quite do it. It was 1 a.m, so I did take an extra hour. But yeah, the way I figured, that doesn't count because I was still awake, so it was still Thursday. There we have it. I finished the book. Well, I finished the 2 challenges. As you can see, there is a bit of pink and green. So the colour code was yellow is completed, pink is a book I've DNF'd, and anything green, which is kind of hard to see, is a book that I've switched. The pink one, the only one I DNF'd was The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee. There was nothing wrong with it. I just wasn't feeling it. So I switched that one out for The Once and Future Witches, which ended up being a 2-star. I didn't like that either. So yeah, maybe it's hysterical. I'm just not feeling it at the moment. And then there were a few that I switched. For Magical Readathon, my thriller or mystery was originally As Good as Dead, and I switched out for The Hawthorne Legacy because I had As Good as Dead on my other TBR, so I wanted to read both books. For Moon or Stars and the cover or title, also for Magical Readathon, I switched And the Stars Were Burning Brightly for Under a Dancing Star, because again, just wasn't feeling it. For Bookoplathon, I switched out my Humans prompt. It was going to be Felix Ever After, but I switched it for My Best Friend's Exorcism. I did still read Felix Ever After. That was just for a magical readathon prompt as well. For Feed a Scroll, I was originally going to read Serpent and Dove, and I had to change that at the last minute because there was no way I could read a 500-page book and a 400-page book in like 4 hours. So I switched that out. I scrolled my feed again and I switched it out for Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. And then for Big Book, also for Book Hopathon, I switched out The Once and Future Witches for Jade War because I wanted to get that on my TBR because I was reading it anyway. So there were 5 switches in total, 6 if you include the one that I DNF'd, so then picked up another one. And 3 of those were books that I had on both TBRs, so I switched them out on one of the TBRs, and then 2 were because I wasn't feeling the book. So that is September over and done with. Last night, yeah, I ended up going for a bath at like 11 o'clock so I could try and finish the Gilded Ones because I was starting to fall asleep in bed, and that really helped. I ended up staying there for like 2 hours until I finished the whole book. Now it is... yeah, it's just after midnight into the 2nd of October, and I've started reading, I'm not sure which way, Beyond the Black Door by A.M. Strickland, which is my first prompt for both October readathons, which are Spoopathon and Magical Hopathon. For Magical Hopathon, it is my entrance ticket for Magic Kingdom because it is a fantasy, and for Spoopathon, it is a book with a black cover, the dust jacket, which is mostly black. And it's got the word black in the title, so far it's a bit confusing. I liked the first 40 or 50 pages, and now I'm on page 80 and I've got lost, and I'm not really sure how, but it's not making a ton of sense. And the black door in question has played very little role so far, so I am interested to see where that's going to go. I am now watching Pris's first ever sprints on her channel, which somehow has over 800 subscribers, and this is her first video, which is wild. That just shows how much Pris is loved by the book community. So yeah, Pris and Jade are doing some sprints for Readathon, which is Jade's 24-hour readathon. I'm using that to try and get some of this book read. Hi guys, it's now Saturday afternoon. I only stayed up until about 2 watching Jade and Pris's sprints, which went on to like 9:30 this morning, which is like 10:30 Pris's time, so I don't know how she did that. Yeah, I only managed to get up to about page 130, I think, and then I woke up at 6:30 and got up to page 170 and went back to sleep. So I'm 170 pages into Beyond the Black Door. I'm not fully getting what's going on. I'm not fully following it, I don't think. It's gone in quite a different direction to what I was expecting. Oh, lols, no, that's fire! Yeah, it's okay. I will finish it because I need to for the prompt, and otherwise I'd have to find another fantasy with a black cover. And I don't want to start something new because I really want to get to the second book, which, the second book on my TBR, which is Battle Royale. And I really want to try that because of everything Spoop says about it. So I need to get through Beyond the Black Door. As long as Lola isn't misbehaving, because I've got candles around. She wants a lot of attention at the moment. It's also really cold. I've got a jumper and a dressing gown on. I am out in the caravan, which hasn't got heating. So I think I need to go and invest in an electric heater. To excuse this angle, I've put the table down and turned it into a bed in the caravan because I've been reading in here all morning. I did just go out and get food and took the dog for a walk, and then I sat in the car after the walk and finished Beyond the Black Door by A.M. Strickland, and I hated this book. This really sucked. I gave it 1.5 out of 5. The only thing it got points for was the queer rep. I really like that the protagonist is asexual and biromantic. And I did like the discussions about queerness and everything like that. And there's a side character who is trans, which in this book is described as being soul-crossed. And it was all very normalised, which I enjoyed in a fantasy. But everything else was just was terrible. Nothing made sense. The plot made no sense. I literally have no idea what happened. I was skimming towards the end just to get it over and done with, because I didn't want to DNF it because it's on 2 of my TBRs and it's my entrance ticket to Magic Kingdom, and I don't think you can really DNF an entrance ticket because then I'd have to go and find another fantasy. Didn't like it. The cover is gorgeous. I really like the cover, but the book itself is rubbish. I'm hoping In the Ravenous Dark, which is A.M. Strickland's next book, will be much better. I've heard better things about it. And I think it's got polyamory in it. So yeah, first read of October. I've completed the black cover prompt for Spoopathon and the fantasy entrance ticket for Magical Hopathon. So yeah, I'm in the park. I've made it into Magic Kingdom. I can now start reading my actual books for the kingdom. And the first one for both readathons is Battle Royale. Well, the second one for Spoopathon. This is a really chunky book. This is over 600 pages. I don't usually like books over 400. This will be a long one for me, but it comes very highly recommended by Spoopy Hall. She absolutely gushes over this book, and I'm going to give it a go. This fulfills the translated book prompt for Spoopathon, and I can't remember what it fulfills for Magical Hopathon. I went to TK Maxx the other day, as you know, and bought a bunch of candles, and I've been burning this one, Sea Salt Pumpkin. It is phenomenal. The smell this gives off, and it's such a tiny candle, it was like £3. This is incredible. And look, it's so cute, it's got little pumpkins on it. So yeah, highly recommend if you find yourself in TK Maxx. They have a lot of autumn candles, and the salted pumpkin is incredible. It is 9:30 on Sunday night, and today I had my COVID booster shot, so that's exciting. And I have just finished Battle Royale, which is my second book for Magical Hopathon and Spoopathon. For Spoopathon, it is the second space on the first trip through the board, which is a translated book, because this was originally written in Japanese and has been translated. For Magical Hopathon, this is my ride prompt for Magic Kingdom, and the ride is It's a Small World, which the prompt is a book with different representation to your own, so obviously it's Japanese. Not 100% sure how to rate this. I think I'm going to settle on a 3.5 rounded up, because although it's 600 pages, it was pretty fast paced. It was a fun romp. Well, not that fun. I mean, it's really dark because, like, there are 40 odd deaths in the book. I enjoyed it. I thought some of the writing was quite basic, but I put that down to a translation thing. So I can't really hold that against the author. Plus, I know there are a couple of different translations out there, so it would be interesting to see how they compare. The characters did annoy me quite a bit, and my least favourite characters are the ones who survive. Was slightly annoying. I can see why this is a bit of a cult hit. I don't know if the film is up to scratch. I don't know anything about the film, just that there is one. Because when I was trying to find the cover to add it to my Instagram style TBR, there were just loads of film pictures. So yeah, day 3 of October, and I've completed 2 books so far, which is exactly what I need to complete every 3 days to be on track. So now it's time to start Legendborn, which is very highly recommended by a ton of people, including Ro, who is the reason I've added this to my TBR, because she talks about it quite a lot. End of the week. So I'm going to wrap up this vlog now. I don't think it'll be too long of a vlog this week. I keep forgetting to film. So yeah, end of the first 3 days of October. My first book of the month was Shit. That was 1.5 stars, but this one's at least 3.5. I'm hoping Legendborn will be at least 4. And based on what people say, it should be 4.5 or even 5. Getting late. It's time for me to tuck up with Legendborn. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these books, and give me a little book emoji if you've got this far, and I will see you in the next one.